I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I had I would say, a pretty uneventful childhood. That may also mean that I repressed it. I was a studious kid, also a serious young pianist, and I always had a small group of friends, but they were good friends, so I've often said that I kind of lived in my own mind. My family was very important to me, and my family had a very traumatic background. There was a rise of Hitler. My family was Jewish. My parents were quite prescient. They moved in 1934, the year after Hitler came to power, to Italy to escape Hitler. But then there was the Hitler-Mussolini pact,
Sure.
and they realized that Jews were not going to be very welcome in Italy either. When I turned 12, my teacher, who was very good, he was 95 years of age, he'd actually studied with Edward McDowell and Clara Schumann, and at some unconscious level I said to myself, if we had to schlep to Hoboken for 5 days to be told I could be a clerk, this is really a waste of money. And that probably had something to do with my ultimate skepticism about what you can learn from formal testing. In those days, if you were a bright Jewish boy, the only question was whether you would become a doctor or a lawyer. And there were no other options. I'd never heard the term scholar. I became a senior in college. I realized I really wanted to go on in psychology. Initially, I thought I would go on clinical psychology because I didn't really want to go to medical school. And if you're interested in the field of psychology, going to medical school is a pretty big detour. And the notion that learning and working with colleagues and having eminent professors together with people just out of college who didn't know, that made an enormous effect on me.